Hello, welcome to the S.H.O.P, the Social Hub of Positivity. This is, well, you can shout if you want, I don't really care, to be fair. This is going out this Sunday, actually. Let's do this Sunday. Lauren, sorry, are you going down?
We're doing Sunday.
Okay, those who watch this regularly or even sporadically will remember this wonderful head teacher from a wonderful school on the island of S.H.O.P, which is in
the process of retirement.
She's in the process of retirement.
Actually,
Yasminka.
in 6 days, I will be a free woman.
Wow, that sounds like you didn't think you were free when you were a teacher. That you were enslaved, you were imprisoned by the system.
No, there are certain obligations that you have to have.
Of course, it's called professionalism, of course. Now, the thing is, I think the last time we were talking about us doing that little project, this Tricultural Project with you guys from your wonderful school. What was your wonderful school called? What is it called?
Osnovna škola Petra Hektorovića, Stari Grad.
Couldn't have said it
on
better
the island
myself.
of Hvar,
Yeah.
Croatia, close to Split.
And this wonderful human being, Eva, what's your last name?
Dujmović.
Lovely name. What's your last name?
Pakušić.
Now you are a teacher from this wonderful school, and the school's called?
Osnovna škola Petra Hektorovića, Stari Grad.
I was going to say that, of course, but I thought, no, leave it to you. It's good for you to have practice.
I understand.
You understand.
We
Now,
don't want to make any mistakes.
no, I like it. Now,
Like it.
it's a wonderful school. We've got 4 of your wonderful students here with us. Is this the first time in England? Your first time?
Yes, my first time in England.
Right. So part of this tricultural project that we have been doing, bring our young people over to this beautiful island of Hvar, and anyone that has the luck to go there, it is an absolutely beautiful, wonderful, inspirational place, filled with wonderful, inspirational people like this, brave people that come across, brought these young people who had never been to England either, have they?
Yeah, I think not.
No, and they hadn't been. Some of them hadn't been.
They
on
haven't
the plane.
been on the plane, or some of them even on the train.
Right, and where have you been since you've been to England? You flew into Bristol. What have you done?
Eva is better with pronouncing the name
Do
of
you
the
think so?
places around
Well,
that.
Bath.
Yeah, I'm terrible at memorizing things.
Okay, so we came to Bristol. Donna picked us up. A very lovely lady. Donna, very organized.
Yeah,
Donna.
very organised. I wasn't there, obviously.
Yeah. We went to Bath. It was very nice, and of course your company was included. You're also very organized and very nice. But Donna was with us more often.
Yes, because I was with you more often in Croatia, wasn't I?
Yes.
So
all of us were in Bath together, and it was a lovely day.
Yeah.
And the other day we went
Hey, 1 second. So we saw all the architecture, but what was the really great bit about being in Bath?
buying vinyl records.
Vinyl records, people. This is how cool this person is, right? Vinyl records. We went to, that old station, Green Park. It's a fantastic, is it Fusion Records? Great people in there. Give them a shout. Maya, maybe that thing. You got 2 albums. One of them which you gave to me. I appreciate that. Smith's The Queen Is Dead. She is now. And Show 'Em About the King. Hey, that's the next album. And I got the Velvet Underground live from 1967. And they're mostly dead as well. So there's a lot of dead things going on.
Yeah.
How did you think about Bath? What was your thoughts on Bath?
Why are you asking me?
Both of you, anyone. This is such a ridiculous situation. I mean, Woody Allen was here. This could be so troublesome. Carry on.
Okay, so Bath was very nice, very organized, and maybe we are living with Roman ancestry and Roman history, so it was nice to compare.
Yes.
And I like the history behind the city, but it was very organized, maybe a little too much organized.
Yeah, because of course Hvar, for those of you who don't know, is an island, one of the beautiful islands off the city of Split, which of course is, if you've ever visited, has Diocletian's palace, which is still very much in presence there. You've been there, haven't you, Lauren? What did you think of Diocletian's palace?
was beautiful.
Oh, darling, thank you for saying so. Really, absolutely beautiful. So, how you interact with your Roman history is quite different from how the English do, isn't it? So
yes,
that
it is completely different.
everything's removed, whereas in fact Diocletian's palace is still inhabited, not by Diocletian, you'll be pleased to hear, because that would be a very smelly old man, worse than myself. But people live in there, there's shops, there's parades, there's music, there's all sorts of attractions and antiquities that you can get close to and see. And you're right, it's quite different in Bath. It's all kind of behind closed doors and you have to pay to see it generally. There's other places you can go in England where it wouldn't be so restricted. What about yourself? How did you like it?
You know that I've been watching a lot of English criminal serials.
Criminal series, you mean
Christie,
live from the House of Parliament?
Agatha Christie, Mr. Poirot, Miss Marple. So my expectations about, I'm very superficial, about that, according to the serials and according what I have seen there, were far too much more than what I have got. But then, in the end of everything, what I have got is far more than I had expected. It's
an enigma.
I love the places and cities that are made for the measure of a normal person. So, with little streets, lots of shops, lots of squares, music, and this is what Bath is actually.
Yeah.
Cool.
Apart from the history.
There is a thriving. Funny enough, over the years, Can-Do have worked in Bath, but in what would be more the working class areas, which people never see generally unless you live there. Brilliant communities, but very different from the sort of archetype idea. That's me thinking my brain. Must say stuff about architecture. Anyway,
Can you follow you?
I can follow myself. But once I got lost once and I was there for hours. But so I have a different relationship with Bath. I think the tourist bit, which we took you to, is obviously, but the actual communities where we work in Twerton or in Southdown or Southside, I should say, had a completely different experience. And it's in a valley, and they look across at the other valley. That's kind of like the haves and the have-nots to some degree, but you know, it's interesting, real life. It's what I like about being with you guys in Starograd. I'm not really big on tourism. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be a tourist. Maya's family originate from yeah, right. So there's an emotional connection. I'm not too keen on just going to places and just hanging out on a beach, and because I scare people mainly, but also because it's just like, you know, wasted time. It's mildly, I don't know if it's immoral, but it's certainly not ethical. However, I do love working in and around your school, like Ivan, seeing the Clapper you invite us to stuff, the food over at the what's that restaurant called?
Codir.
No, that's my favourite. That's in Starograd. What's the one we went to in Dole?
Cockot.
With
a wild boar.
It was wild. I nearly got a helicopter. Yeah, those burgers are fantastic. I made a mistake, didn't I?
Wild boar burgers are fantastic, and the stew.
Not for the wild boar
stew. Something made him feel very, very bad. We almost
had to get a helicopter.
Had to get the helicopter for him.
Lauren knows that I could just break my nail and just still need an air ambulance. But yeah, no, I wasn't in a very good way. I've changed my ways. Now look at me, I haven't drank.
You can tell.
For nearly 2 months now. Yeah, just a recommendation to everyone. Give up alcohol, it's poison.
Very good results.
I had a great result. I went to the doctor. Well, let me explain to you about how they test your prostate for those of you who aren't. You think it's all fun being a woman. Trust me, I went there thinking I was going to have a blood test. Well, the next thing I knew, it was the first time I'd ever met my doctor. I'll never shake his hand. Anyway, so, yeah.
Okay.
But hey, What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now, tell me this. And it's great. So I'm being serious about, sorry, that's probably wrong. But the idea of people doing school trips in England has, I think, I love teachers that do it at the residentials and take kids on cultural adventures. Not every teacher does it. You're an English teacher in history. Is it just English?
History and English.
Wow, fantastic. This is perfect, isn't it? Combination for you guys. I think you're really brave. A lot of teachers wouldn't do it. You don't think you are. I think that you're really brave. And hopefully you think it's been both beneficial to your students and to yourselves. Do you think it has been?
Yes, I think definitely, because as we have mentioned, 3 out of 4 girls have never been on a plane, on a train, never traveled anywhere, maybe in the neighboring countries, but that's basically very similar people, very similar culture. So I think maybe they won't realize it now or tomorrow, but in a couple of years they will cherish the fact that they were here, that they met a lot of new people, spoke different language, managed to get around new towns, new cities, and this is a little bit different than their everyday life. So I'm very glad that they are here and they can see different culture. They can see a lot of different types of people with different backgrounds, different styles, so everything comes in hand. And this place also, it's completely different from what we are used to. And I think the first moment when they came here, it was unusual for them, but now they feel like home.
Or do you mean can do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So they just walked in, brought the cakes, not just Chippenham, but this place, can do. At first it was like, okay, we need to get used to this. It's a little bit different because the band had their practice and it was a little bit louder, and then 5 minutes later they were okay, but today they brought in the cakes, they are turning on the oven, they know where everything is, they don't mind the music. They went into the room where the band has their own practice.
They're the same age. Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
The band and your girls are the same age.
So they feel like home now. Very
Good.
comfortable.
Can I
And
say
they
something?
went with Chanel.
Yeah.
They're walking
Who's been
somewhere.
over to Bar 3 times now? She had never been on a plane, on a ferry, abroad, whatever. So when she came to you guys and did those films with the girls that are over here now, this was the perfect. We wanted more young people to come, but they couldn't get passports, whatever. So, and we'd be back in October. But this is the perfect call and reply or response to what needed to happen. Is that they needed to see where Chanel came from, and you also went to London, which of course is an international city. It's not really like England either. People in England don't even go to London. People in England have a low opinion of it, or kind of like, nah, wouldn't want to do that. Just like, what were you going to say about it?
Yeah, I'm going to say one thing. In Croatia lately, for the last 5, 7, 8 years, unless you are not the part of the Arasmus program regarding traveling, it doesn't count.
That's how I met my wife.
So, no, honestly.
It is, it's true.
Unless
That's how I met her. She was on the Erasmus program.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't.
Erasmus.
Yeah, but unless,
Yeah.
and we are not.
5 years today.
We did this
Yeah, no, congratulations.
Thank you.
just of our own, in our comparison, without being a part of any of it.
Oh yeah, no, this is just your
amazing.
bravery. This is you responding to Maya, because I've been to Starry Grad.
Yeah, and then she
Right?
sent me the mail. and
Right,
asked
so
if
we
she-
see this building, we look, now obviously her dad grew up in Verbosca, etc., so they're really familiar with it, and Solin and all the places, but there was something, and Codir is part of it, that's Ratko's favourite, because it's authentic, local, real. Then I was like, this is my bit about not being able to just go on holiday. I couldn't just go there and go, man, this is amazing. It's like, oh. In fact, on the Erasmus programme, I talked to Myra about bringing can-do kids to one of the islands. I think it was Vis, actually, and I'm glad it wasn't. We didn't do it. I'm glad we did what we did. But it was to come to do, that's how we got to know each other. She had to interview me for part of her film project. They're all professional filmmakers doing this international or European thing. She interviews me as a professional, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I married her.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't
And
always
today-
happen. That doesn't always happen.
No, it
No.
Today, the whatever, fifth
anniversary. Erasmus, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you to the European Union.
No, but what's getting on my nerves about this Erasmus, when you talk, first of all, maybe we would have entered the same programs if I had anybody to put the charge into it. But the teachers in our school are so full with so many obligations that I have nobody to put in charge to do this Erasmus thing.
Yeah.
So
you do it in reverse.
maybe it will go better in the future. So what is getting on my nerves, when you ask
Besides me.
students, I just lost my idea, lost my thought. When you ask children and teachers what was going on and what was the proportion between the number of students and teachers attending the programs, it is always much more teachers than students.
Oh, right, I get you.
So, like 7 teachers, 4 students. What's the point of this program? I know the teachers go to educate themselves,
of course, and rightly so.
Well, but the students should go to educate themselves as well. So,
but this is where the important people, significant people are. If you say who's doing now, obviously the Erasmus program, I just want to point out that Maya was on. They were all adults. In case you go, why?
Yeah. Usually they're all adults.
Yeah. Right. We've taken trips before where we've taken our young people to Native American reservations, obviously in America. Again, just off our own bat, we're an independent organisation. We wanted to do this thing with you guys because of the benefits you already said about your girls. Now, if you remember, I went and did a presentation. You'll remember our student Chanel coming in and shocking us all by speaking Croatian, which is what she had to learn here. She was amazing. So, and this is someone that I think some people would have thought in school would have struggled, but it's really confident, learned to sing a Croatian song, done it in public many times. By the way, this is again at Sunday. Tonight, if you can get down to the Monkton Park, Pitch and Putt in Chippenham in Wiltshire, we've got hopefully the results of this over the weekend. You're going to be singing with our choir and what have you, some Croatian songs and vice versa at our community festival. Just sort of throw that out there. It's on tonight from 5 till 10. This goes out 1 o'clock on Sunday. We can all watch it and then go and see the festival. It's like real life. We're like, we are real. We're here. We'll be watching this on Sunday, then we'll be going to the festival.
And you can also buy and eat the cakes that we were preparing.
You've been making cakes all day. Let's put some photographs. Let's put this. Let's make it in. Together. You went to London, you went to Bath, you went to Avebury, you went to the Red Lion. I always say Red Lion, Laycock. Laycock. Thanks to the National Trust for letting everyone in for free over at the museum at Laycock, which is we've a 25-year relationship with the National Trust. They're fantastic over at Laycock. Don't know about everyone else, I'm sure they are. You went to the museum over at Avebury, didn't you? Again, I think it's, don't know if it was National Trust there, but it might have been. Again, thank you for your support there.
I think it is.
Yeah.
We went to that Abbey.
You went to the Abbey as well at Laycock, which is...
Yeah, it was wonderful, and the ladies inside are so wonderful. I didn't know, they explained to me how the National Trust, did I say correctly, works, and that they all volunteer and how they get funded. Yeah. So they are lovely ladies.
Cheers, I know what you mean, yeah. Cool, yeah, it's good, isn't it? That's what we find in our shop in Chippenham, that the volunteers, it's a very different approach, it's lovely, it's beautiful. Yeah,
they are relaxed, they are chatty, willing to answer all the questions without getting angry, so that's like that's nice, really nice. Sometimes
useful.
People get angry if you
what do you
ask
mean?
them something.
How old's the chair? How dare you? Carry on. Anyway, so look, it's great, it's a cultural thing, it's really beneficial. I think it's important that the adults that take these young people on these trips benefit, even if it is vinyl records or whatever. I think it's important. It has to be uplifting, it has to be inspirational. I know that technically you're coming to the end of your career as that teacher type thing, but I can't believe that you won't be involved in community initiatives in your community. I know you just want to walk the dog down the beach. It ain't going to happen, sweetie. Okay?
Of course I will.
We'll be there in October doing
hiking
with you, which is fantastic. organising a film festival with your partner, Inva. And
meeting my cousin from
meeting
Peru,
your cousin and your wonderful
Indian,
brother,
yeah.
and doing some. I want to do a concert in October. We should do a concert, maybe either in the school or in the square if the weather's okay. Do a live concert with the guys do it the weekend, whatever. Whoever's Jasmine's coming over, I think, and Marley and a few others. Do a singing concert, show the films. Do you think you would be interested in keeping this sort of relationship going? Not this relationship, that would be crazy. I'm on about the relationship between us culturally, and because there's a bit we want to go to Ireland as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that would be nice.
Pushti.
Definitely, that's why I
Yeah.
suggested she should come with me.
Yeah, it's
Not
interesting. No, I'm glad you did, because we did kind of meet you, and I really did think we were just interrupting your class.
No, you weren't. Jasmika said that you're going to come to our class, and I was ready. We were all ready, so you
cool.
interrupted nothing. I was
Cool.
prepared.
I have that
you were
effect on
coming.
people.
Then you were not there because Chanel's photographs, they are almost all from your classroom.
Yeah,
So
because that's where she did the presentation,
Yeah,
wasn't
you
it?
knew
Which
that
was
you were
really,
coming.
good. And you've been fantastic. You know, on this thing. Obviously, as you know, that most of the time you've been in the capable hands of Donna, who is obviously a genius, and
Yeah,
She's
she
a
runs.
genius.
Yeah, and exactly. But I do want to keep reiterating the fact that she wasn't there when I met you. Was she? Hey, she wasn't there when I met you. I had to travel all the way over to that hot island, yeah. Without her, I had to start this project. Okay, I just wanted to say this. Okay.
We know.
That hot, beautiful. I mean, okay, it's hot, it's beautiful, it's a really lovely place. All right. Some people say it was easy. Okay. Just want to say that.
You know,
Yeah.
we have been hanging out with women all day
All
long,
day long, yeah.
and it is nice. Not
Yeah.
that it's not nice when all the other men are around. When
Yeah.
you're around, it's very lovely. But when we went to London, all women. It was
Why do
so
you think?
nice.
Why do you think
so
it was
nice.
all
And-
women? All
and
women
you-
at Avebury.
And
All
he
women at
said
Laycock.
only ladies should go.
Yeah.
I know. I won't bother you. Only ladies should go. So
Yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah.
It
Guess
was
what? The whole thing was just supposed to be ladies.
Nice. Yeah. Very
No,
lovely.
it was supposed to be just the ladies going across to.
That's how
Well-
he knows how to organize himself.
And then it's then over here, because it's about very specifically, it's cultural, what have you, but actually very specifically, the deeper part of it was about women inspiring women. Truthfully, so a big part of it was just about women. That's why Donna's been leading this part, and she would do, and she'll love coming over and do the hiking. As wherever we can, I want it to be just women, not with me there either. I'm saying just because they're always playing catch up in society, in developing societies and communities. Actually, the role of a woman has never really been. How do I say this? It has never really been adequately recognised, and in a war situation, and in Ireland there's a civil war and many years of oppression by the, I shan't say who, 800 years of oppression in Ireland. The women have had to bear the brunt of it. The First World War, Second World War, women bear the brunt of it. Civil wars in Yugoslavia, former Yugoslavia, women. You watch women in every situation, but they very rarely have statues. You very rarely see portraits
Of course.
in these amazing places when you know Churchill, whoever you want to say, whatever person throughout history you want to say that did something, you watch what really happened and who really made it happen. And that's why you look at Can Do and you'd say, well, Donna makes it. It's like, yeah, that's it. So there you go. He's really empowered. I've got 5 sisters, man, and I had a great mother. I've got 5 wonderful sisters. I know girls about girls. I'm lucky. I know about girls. Some boys don't get it. Not because they're bad. It's because just how they're brought up, bizarrely, mainly by women. But they don't get the true power and understanding of it, and that's why I've kept away. I hope you don't mind. I hope you didn't feel insulted. It's like, no, I really want you guys to do your voodoo.
I thought you were just easygoing, but you're very philosophical.
Oh my God, completely. Unfortunately for everyone, Lauren.
You are a fortunate man.
I'm fortunate, but I'm just grateful. I'm being serious about my sisters. It's just true, you know.
I'm joking.
No, but it's true, and it's a sad thing that we. And I think men's ego and what have you. And not that I'm not a man, because let's face it, girls. Have you ever seen such a man? That. Thank you for laughing, and thank you for fainting. That. But gratitude, a lot of life is about, you know, what we can be grateful for. I have always been really grateful. I can there's 10 kids in our family. So there's literally 5 boys and 5 girls, and I'm the youngest boy, second youngest child, but kind of saw the voodoo that my sisters did when they put their mind to it, and it was like, wow, and they were just very different from the boys. And then that sort of manifested itself out into the world. So it isn't, I don't think it is a coincidence that the most possibly more intelligent, more able person that works in Can Do is a woman, and the backbone of our organisation is Lauren, Magda and Sam, all women. I don't want to I am making a point about this because it's true that it's like, no, that the reason why it works often is because of the involvement
of
women. That's why. I know you were saying, so we're going to see you. It's like, yeah, I don't want to be rude and say, no, it's best that you don't. It's much better that you know, sisters are doing it for themselves, and I think it's worked, doesn't it?
Yeah, women are specific when it comes to this type of jobs. Well, usually they are organized, but they also don't mind babysitting, cooking, cleaning, and doing everything in between. So while running a school, we can also look after the kids, and if we have to cook, we will cook, and if we need to go to the store, we'll go to the store. Yeah. And if somebody is sick, one will work in school, the other one will go to the ER and be with the sick. So multitasking is something we are used to, and I think that's why in this type of jobs that involves schools and learning and children, women,
and continuity and consistency, intelligence.
It doesn't mean that men don't do it very well, but I think when it comes to multitasking, women are a little bit better. It doesn't mean that they are better teachers, that they are better at organization, but at multitasking, I think women are a little bit better. Yes, definitely. Well, when it comes to my personal experience.
Yeah, and I think that I'm not going to argue. I think I've said a lot about how I feel towards the female part of the species. Now, tell me, what was your favourite bit so far? And you're all singing, aren't you, on Sunday? We're going to record some music in a minute as well.
My favourite bit?
So far. Don't say when you saw me at the airport. That's just rude and embarrassing.
I love this Bath thing. Avebury.
Yeah,
I told you I'm so bad.
Doesn't matter.
Avebury.
You know, my favorite bit was the Abbey. I really enjoyed it. The nature was wonderful, the people were friendly, and the Abbey itself is very interesting. And yeah, and I was surprised about that hallway, like the Harry Potter hallway. You know, I didn't know it was there. They said we are going to go to some sites where they shot some scenes, but. And I bought a book.
And definitely.
For £1. I bought like 1,000 pages, big sci-fi book, only £1. So I was happy. It was nice afternoon. A very well spent afternoon.
Well done, Laycock. I love Laycock. We got a great relationship.
And the lady in the library who sold me £1 book.
Cool.
That was
the best part was also the trip on foot on the train from London to Chippenham.
Cool.
It was the top of everything. Speaking of books, I found this book for kids. In modern times, they are called Thousands Whys. Why is this so? Why is this so? So to David from his auntie Rachel for Christmas 1946. Wonderful book.
1 year after the Second World War finished, Lauren.
Yeah.
I want a bigger response. Thank you. It's good, isn't it? She's good. So, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I know that Donna's really enjoyed it as well, and she is wonderful, and Maya, and Lauren and whoever. In an ideal world, Lauren would have been on the whole trip with you guys as well, and that's where she went to London, because she'd met you guys when she came over to VAR. But she's also been helping running our summer project, and I want to say thank you to the Rotarians in Station Hill, Chippenham, for supporting that, and to Wessex Water, fair play to you for it's a wider community project that we're doing with them, but that's really, and the Rotarians in Zagreb, and the good people of Croatia, full stop. Let's face it, everyone, they're just great, aren't they, the Croatians? Have you ever seen that football team? Have you? Have you ever seen the football team? Have you? They have, of course, because they got knocked out of the World Cup by them. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
Yes, this has been a very lovely experience. We want to take everyone at Kandu, so it was just beautiful. You are good hosts, and your level of hospitality is incredible, and this was very lovely experience. I don't have anything negative to say, so thank you to
Not on camera.
everyone.
That's very kind.
The people that were with us all the time, the people that funded this, the people who organized.
Funded it? Who do you think funded it?
I don't know who funded it, who didn't fund it. So everyone, I will thank everyone.
You can thank everyone.
Yeah, and thank you.
Of course,
You're
my pleasure.
Thank you, definitely.
It's
We
our
won't
pleasure.
be able to pay you the same attention and everything in the way you did it with us. No, really, because
You will. Watch, I'm going to film
in
this.
some other way,
In
maybe.
October. Yeah, well.
But I will be there definitely, so I'll give my
You're
best.
joking. No, you have to understand that I know that when we randomly did the same thing with these schools in America, you randomly get an email from, let's face it, an idiot to say, hey man, I got this idea, why don't we do this? You could say, I've got a lot of things I need to do, I can't really entertain this, I'm stressed, I'm this and that. You know, we've got wonderful schools in England that we work with, and we know that they're overburdened and under rewarded. Excuse me while I burped, that's disgraceful, but it was just done it. Pardon me, thank you. It's too late now, I've done it. I couldn't help it, right? I was going to explain. And it takes people with open minds, people with open hearts to open their arms and doors, and it's not about money and stuff. Sometimes things have to be paid for, that's okay. That's the least of our worries. The most important part is how you've approached this, and the fact that we're all, it energizes us all. I wish very dearly that I could have been on the project every day, but I had, as I've said previously, I thought, no, actually this needs to be this type of thing, and I want to thank you guys for being brave and being inspirational, because when you know that there's like-minded people. I don't believe in countries, I don't believe in organised religion, I don't believe in politics, I think it's all corrupt. I believe in people, and I believe that wherever you go in the world, and I've been to a few places, I've been very fortunate that you will find time and time again certain types of characters who, regardless of money, of fame, of you know, I was telling you that one of my very dear friends happens to have been a Spice Girl, who is incredibly famous, but actually that's not what makes us friends. What makes us friends is she has got a heart of gold. She's a genuine human being who cares about the work that we do and tries to do her utmost to make sure that homeless people, refugees, you name it, get the benefit of the arts, because she got the benefit, and you might not appreciate what the Spice Girls did, but they were quite famous back in the day. But it's people, genuine people, real, honest to goodness people. It's not determined by your religion, it's not determined by your politics, it's determined by, I guess, your culture, not your culture really, your upbringing, about you talking about your rural existence, etc., etc. You're sharing stories about your adventures, like, wow, people and their experiences and how you interpret them and what you do with them. So it's an inspiration, and I want to thank you, because trust me, it's been a beautiful, uplifting.
We want to thank you.
Well, let's just have a thank off.
But
How long can we thank each other on film without it becoming
So
illegal.
far 5 minutes or not. It has been very nice.
Only twice.
Only twice.
Mutually. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.
And unless we do not stop thanking, you will be left without your dinner tonight.
Yes, we have
Yeah,
to
you're
cook
making
dinner.
dinner.
We
We've
were
got to
just
get
on
back
our
about how
way.
lovely.
We have
We were
2
just
hours
on
to
our
make
Yeah,
dinner.
way.
listen,
with
thank you
14
very
people.
much. Let's do it. No, that's a rubbish. Let's shake hands. Let's do that. That's better. There you go.
Yes,
Thank you
brother.
so much. Nice one.
Thank you.
It's a wrap.
And
Right,
come
great.
to the festival.
Spinning and it's